Hello and welcome to CI Chat. I'm Greg and this is Megan, and we're going to talk to you today about Fmea. Megan, why don't you start by telling us just what that means?
Absolutely. I would say one of the most common questions I get is, what does Fmea stand for? It's Failure Modes Effects Analysis. And put quite simply, it's a risk mitigation tool.
Okay, excellent. I'm sure they're wondering out there, what does this mean? Give me an example, a real-life example of maybe how they would use this.
Sure. So let's keep it simple to something we can all do. Ride a bike.
Yeah.
So when you're riding a bike, I want you to think about this in terms of a process map. So we have to decide to ride a bike. Is the weather good or not good? We want to determine the route we're going to take, put on a helmet. We want to ride the bike, and if all goes well, complete it successfully.
Mm-hmm.
You would do the same thing for whatever project or process you're working on.
That's great. Why don't you show us what it actually looks like?
Opening up the form on the CI site, you can see that you're going to put those process steps we spoke about on the left-hand side. Next, you're going to need to answer a few questions. First question you're going to answer is, what could go wrong? Thinking about our bike ride, there are a few things that could go wrong. We could get a flat tire, we could get lost, a bug could fly in your face, all sorts of things. You're going to answer those questions and then move on to the next question, which is, what could happen if this goes wrong? If I get a flat tire, I'm likely not to get very far on my bike ride. If I get lost, I could be in a bad situation. Moving from there, you're going to answer, why would this go wrong? So looking at the flat tire, maybe I didn't fill my tire up, maybe there was a pothole. And lastly, you're going to answer the question, what do I have in place to prevent this from going wrong? So perhaps I have a personal methodology to check my bike tires every time before I go on a ride, or I carry a patch with me in case of a flat tire. From there, you're going to give scores to the 3 columns in white that you can see on the form. Those are severity. You're going to rate 1 to 10, 10 being the most severe. If I get 2 flat tires, the bike ride's over. It's pretty severe. It would have killed my process or my project. Next, you're going to rate the likelihood of occurrence. So how likely is it that I would get 2 flat tires? You're going to rate this again from 1 to 10. And when you hover over the header for this column, you'll get a better scale here to help you make a decision. Lastly, you're going to rate likelihood of detection, 10 being the hardest to detect. I don't know about you, but I think a flat tire is pretty easy to detect, so we'd probably give this a lower score here. From this, those scores are going to multiply together and give you a number range from 0 all the way up to 1,000. The higher the score, the bigger the risk is, and this is really where you're going to focus on drilling down and mitigating these risks. You don't have to focus on every risk you put in this tool, just the big ones with high scores.
Wow, thanks a lot, and thank you for joining us. If you have any questions about CI or CI tools, you can check out the website right here. And until next time, I'm Greg.
I'm Megan.
And we'll see you on CI Chat.